What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. Last stuff I have on the show tonight. Kind of hoping the show is going to be good, very great as last week's. Pretty much kicking off with Randy Orton and Sheamus going against Big Show. Another handicap match, which was very odd to see after they just did the match last Friday on SmackDown, and for some reason they do it on Raw again. I was glad JBL was on commentary though for Raw again. I thought that was good. Maybe they're gonna keep doing these. Maybe they should get JBL back on Raw. I think Lawler and Cole and cutting it, but I just thought it was odd how they did another another handicap match after Sheamus and Orton won on SmackDown already, and Sheamus and Orton won again. Bro kicked in a RKO. So yeah, 3MB came out, and while they were there, they wanted to call out the Shield. They wanted to face them. They said, "Come on out now." Until Brock Lesnar's music hit. He came out, he beat the fuck out of 3MB. Paul Heyman tried to stop him. He gave like 3 F5s or 2 of them to Heath Slater, which I gotta say, he took some hard ass bumps right there, taking an F5 on the barricade and everything. So those are some hard bumps, I gotta say. Let's just say, I guess, yeah, Heath Slater, he took some hard shit out there tonight. Heath Slater really, they took it to him, so they got the boring guys out of the way, but I gave it to Slater. He took a hard beating right there. And pretty much Paul Heyman came out, and Brock Lesnar wants to fight, so once again, we're going to get another match with Triple H. And Paul Heyman says it's got to be extreme. It's got to be primal. It's got to be deadly. It's got to be so challenging, and that's why it has to be extreme. And the match, which was made, will be a old school, as Paul Heyman says, an old school steel cage match. The crowd kind of chanted for Triple H, and Paul pretty much was on the mic. He would have shook his hand, but Brock Lesnar wants another fight, so it will be Brock Lesnar. I guess Paul Heyman had 2 words for him: challenge issued. So with Brock Lesnar, I was kind of thinking Brock Lesnar was gonna disappear for the next 6 months, but very unexpected for him to come back and beat the hell out of 3MB. So that really kind of, I didn't think Brock Lesnar was gonna show up again. Intercontinental title, U.S. title on the line. Antonio Cesaro going against Kofi Kingston. It was kind of funny. I thought he did the yodeling thing when he came out. The match pretty much went on. It was a good match, I'll give it that. And I have to say, with the new U.S. title, Kofi Kingston is now the U.S. champion again. So we got a new U.S. champion now. Kind of weird how they kind of mentioned Cesaro's title reign of 240 days, and then he loses it. And Kofi said he brought it back home. Well, I would say to the States, since he's from Ghana, West Africa, I guess. He brought it back to Ghana, I guess. So, the match was good. I'm glad Kofi's the champion again, but when are they ever going to move Kofi out of this mid-card / tag team thing and actually put him in some main event shit or something, or in a bigger type of way? Because, like, come on. How many times is he going to keep winning the U.S. and Intercontinental title, even the tag team titles? Tell me that. And I don't know. The secondary titles are still, some of them they feel almost lower than secondary. Maybe Kofi will bring it back up. I don't know. I kind of am glad. Well, Kofi's the United States champion again, even though they need to do more with him after a whole bunch of losses he took during the fucking WrestleMania season. Dolph Ziggler came out. They replayed the clip from last Monday. He said he was champion. He didn't care about the boos. This was bigger than Louisville winning, or even NFL touchdown, because he's a show-off. Del Rio came out. He wanted his title match right now. And Vicky Guerrero said, "You will get your match right now." Jack Swagger's music hit. Jeff Coulter says none of them don't even deserve a title shot. There will be no Money in the Bank cash-ins. And then Swagger attacked Del Rio. Del Rio knocked him out of the ring. Del Rio's got to go on Ziggler. Biggie Langston got in the ring then. Then Swagger took him out, and he did the ankle lock on him, and they say he was going to be able to compete tonight for the world title. Kane and Daniel Bryan went against the Primetime Players. How many times do they have to keep doing Kane and Daniel Bryan against the Primetime Players on Raw and SmackDown? This is kind of getting annoying now, if I must say. It looks like they face the same team to job to on every Raw or SmackDown half the time. Like, why? I don't get that. Kane and Bryan won the match, and next week in London on Raw, which is, even I didn't see this coming, it will be the Brothers of Destruction, or Team, I go to the Brothers of Destruction, Daniel Bryan, going against the Shield. So Kane, Undertaker, and Daniel Bryan will fight the Shield next Monday. And I thought Undertaker was going to disappear for another year. Maybe Undertaker will stick around here. Maybe we will see more of Undertaker on Raw and maybe SmackDown if he's going to be here next week. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Very unexpected. And they need to make it look a little bigger. I think it's going to be big if it's the main event next week. Undertaker back on Raw in the ring in a match, and not wait until next year till WrestleMania as he disappears. Well, we'll see how that goes out. So let's see how that's going to work. Ryback, they kind of went in the back when I talked to him, but he had a video, and he talked about how John Cena, yeah, you got your title shot, but Ryback's at the bottom. And like he always thought he was one of them, as Cena put him over. But where was Cena when the Shield kicked his ass over 6 times? But Ryback was able to save John Cena when he was jumped by the Shield. He wasn't there for the Elimination Chamber. Now when he had his WWE title match, when the Shield was first starting, or even SmackDown last month. Or even last month when the Shield jumped him. Where was Cena? He said he was going to get back at him. Because 6 times he was jumped, he says. So we'll see. The promo was good, I'll give it that. You know, they did from the back, so let's see how that, I don't know what's going to happen there, but we'll see how that works. Wade Barrett went against R-Truth. This Wednesday, supposedly on main event will be a 10-man battle royal for a #1 contender spot at the Intercontinental title. Truth went against Wade Barrett. Truth picked up the win, which was very surprisingly how they did it, and I don't know, I tried to bury Wade Barrett to bring it back. First, the crowd goes, well, it was most of the foreign fans last week. The crowd goes crazy for him. He's got his Intercontinental title back. Well, I don't know. Is he going to lose again? I don't know about Wade Barrett. Some people say that he really should be released anyway. I don't know. We'll see what happens. True pretty much hit the win to what's up. Rhodes Scholars wins Khali and Hornswoggle. Rhodes Scholars won. So, yeah. Lawler came out and he talked about the fandangoing craze was going on. Everybody from the Houston, Texas cheerleaders to PETA to people in New York from last week, from TV shows, all fandangoing it up. And Fandango got in the ring and he told him, Lawler, to move his hips, and Lawler just went to the ring and he told everybody from out Fandango, Fandango. And he said, you guys can go Fandango yourselves, because he wasn't doing it. And I gotta say, last week was better when everybody was doing the do-do-do thing, but Fandangoing, but they didn't really do nothing. They only did barely a little when they were doing the Fandango and chants, pretty much. So, yeah. The Fandango and chants and everything. Guys, we're gonna hold off this review for a quick second. So, give me a minute. As we move on into the show, well, a match was made tonight for Alberto Del Rio versus, well, not Del Rio, Jack Swagger went against Dolph Ziggler tonight. So that match was gonna go down. The match is gonna go down with Swag. I'm sorry, I have a message here, so you're gonna have to excuse me on this review. The match happened with Ziggler and Swag with another upset. What's one of these upset victories tonight I'm seeing on Raw? A lot of upset victories. Swagger picked up the win, and I guess people now saying now the world title is back to being a very secondary title and not a main event title since Ziggler has it. And then pretty much Swagger won Del Rio attack to put the cross arm breaker in him. Booker T was mad at Teddy Long's decision, so it would be a Teddy Long said, it will be, Booker T said, I guess now it will be a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight title with Jack Swagger, Alberto Del Rio, and Dolph Ziggler for the World Heavyweight title. I don't know when, probably at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. They were going to interview Sheamus until Mark Henry attacked them. And I'm a little pissed because I wanted Mark Henry to kind of go for the title picture. But I don't know. Now they put him in a pointless feud with fucking Sheamus now again. Which, what was it done? Like, what, 2011, people? And now this Friday on SmackDown, it will be... I'm sorry, people, I have a message. I have a message, people, so you have to kind of excuse me on this. As I... Very awkward to do this review when you gotta answer messages at the same time. I don't know, it's gonna be a triple threat. They need to do something more tight, I guess. CM Punk came out and he talked about his title reign. He pretty much, yeah, he talked about his title reign and everything, so... Yeah, he talked about the title reign. Once again, the title, he talked about, sorry, this review is going a little better than expected, but we're going to keep this review going. CM Punk talked about his title reign and how it was a big loss when he held it for 434 days and lost it to The Rock. And he thought he could try to make up for that by beating The Undertaker's streak. The crowd pretty much finally got live again when they chanted Undertaker and CM Punk and everything. So, they chanted those names. Can you switch with me? My shift for you. Tuesday for my 6 to 10. Not gaining out on the paycheck. Okay. Usually I like coming in to work that early, but moving on with the title. I don't know what's gonna happen. Pretty much, it was a very kind of interesting segment. I don't know what's gonna happen now. I don't know what's next for CM Punk. I guess he didn't beat the streak, and people have been saying CM Punk is gonna be going on a break, I guess, or something like that. I don't know what's going to be next for him, honestly, for CM Punk. Or what's going to happen, or what's going to go down with that situation. All I know is that something will go down, something's going to happen, or I got to give with this, I assume, when I'm CM Punk and it was CM Punk. Because I guess he pretty much gave Paul Heyman the mic. And it's very annoying with these messages right now. Okay. Wish you had told me in person about this, but moving on, people. Sorry, very distracted by some very important messages here. Moving on. I don't know what's going to be next for CM Punk. I don't know what's going to happen. Is he going to take a break? Is he going to go back for the title? He just didn't say. Now I want to see what more's happening. It's only time the crowd really got live for this. Then we moved on to a Divas match. Caitlyn went against the Bella Twins. Nobody really cared. It was kind of boring chants and everything. I feel like this is the only time the crowd was live with Punk and the Punk and Taker chants. Then Cena came out. He called out Ryback, and he told him about what he wanted to do tonight. Pretty much say, yeah, you left in the spotlight and everything, but you don't come out. He didn't like how he came at them and everything. So yeah, he pretty much went to a feud with him and everything. So another message. Come on, It's really distracting me off the review tonight, people. I gotta stop accepting these favors. Moving on! Pretty much with Ryback, he stood there, Cena told him, you want to take a shot right now, take it. Until the Shield came out, they pretty much kept looking at Ryback and Cena on who to jump. They pretty much jumped Cena. Ryback stood there, he turned around. I guess this pretty much makes Ryback a heel now. Well, he's pretty much a heel now. He didn't go help Cena. I guess people are somewhat booing at him. I don't know, people went crazy. This was a very odd show tonight. It was like, it was just weird with these upset victories and everything. First, I guess people aren't into the Fandango song anymore. For some reason, Dolph Ziggler now loses a match after he won the World Heavyweight title last week. Even Barrett losing a match after he won his Intercontinental title back last week. And I thought it was strange even when Kofi won the title. It was an odd show. Very weird after last week. I don't know, maybe things happen in London better when we got Undertaker next week, so I don't know what's going to go down and everything, so we'll see what happens with that. But I'm going to end this review off. And once again, you know, it's me. The HOOD here. It's going down. We're wearing the brown. I came and I saw it. Tonight we just got done with this review of Monday Night Raw. So keep watching the show. We got more people on the show. Keep watching. Maybe do a partnership with other people I know around here. Bring more people on the show. We don't know what's going to happen next. I'll tell you what's going to go down. Hell, we'll probably bring a different topic up one day other than wrestling. Other than this review, which was very uninterrupted by a lot of messages, I'm out here. You know what I am. You know what I do. Keep watching the show. Comment, subscribe. You know what I am. You know what I do. And I will see you guys later. I'm out of here.